when there's a rush of capital in any particular direction, everyone wants to make sure they're not the person who 5 years from now didn't go into the Series A at Google.
It's so interesting. I know you're really interested in the psychology of deal making and M&A. We came out of a 15-year period of growth at all costs, cheap, easy money. We went through COVID, and now we've had a couple years post-COVID that have been tighter. Obviously, one would argue that had a lot of effect on elections around the world this year, too. So given that, do you think that because some of those tougher years are a little bit more fresh versus the prior 15-year period, do you think that has an effect on competitive bidding? I also don't think that anyone wants to be the last money in on a bad deal that just never gets taken care of. These are smart people with a lot of money. Nobody wants that seat at the table either.
As somebody who's now in his mid-50s, I've seen this movie before. So yeah, people learn from their mistakes, but nobody can resist the rush and the enthusiasm of a hot market. Unfortunately, I think we're doomed to repeat ourselves to a substantial extent. Now, different people will make the new mistake. So maybe the same person won't make the same mistake twice or three times, but there's always a new crop of people to make those mistakes, right? One of the data points, I forget the actual percentage, but some incredibly high percentage of current capital allocators, people who run hedge funds, private equity, portfolio managers, at least at the mid-level, have never experienced the proper down market. The last real down market was 2008, and that was 16 years ago. There are a whole bunch of those people who were in high school at the time. High school.
Nobody on this call, but I know what you mean.
I think there's two forces. On the one hand, three forces. On the one hand, everyone remembers 2021. It wasn't that long ago. On the other hand, the FOMO aspect, fear of missing out aspect of some of these new opportunities is going to be too great for people to sit it out, and they'll talk themselves into believing this is different. And then the third force, which I'm waiting to see creep in, but I think it may take another couple of years, is the vintage 2020 and 2021 investments are going to turn out badly, right? Not uniformly, there were some great ones, but those vintages are going to be tough vintages. And so obviously for hedge funds, they know that because they mark to market, but for private equity and venture capital, I think those chickens are still coming home to roost.